Sorry, I guess the camera ran out of time or something. See, what I figured is that I would back this nut right here up to the end of the threads and then hold the nut. And unfortunately what I ended up doing is just backing the nut all the way to where it wasn't even threaded. So now this rod is out, and so I can pull the wires out of there, toss that off to the side, and the only thing that's really left now is to get these reindeer antlers, or whatever you want to call them, off of the center piece. So I'm going to flip this over and use my little adjustable wrench. I'm not sure I would necessarily suggest using an adjustable wrench, but I don't have the right size handy, whatever that is. It looks like about 1/2 inch. So I'm going to have to make do with the adjustable wrench. And here we go. Our little reindeer antler came right off. Look at that. That's old world craftsmanship. Actually, I don't know how old it is. 1950s maybe. Put that back together. Oh no, I dropped the nut. With the nut, thread the nut onto the thing. Now I'm not going to show you that part for each and every one of these because it'll take too much time. But again, you want to make sure all the fasteners are accounted for so that the end user has as easy a time as possible reassembling the thing. And this time I'm just going to kind of spin the antler instead of trying to spin the nut. And you see right here, maybe you can't see it because my hand is in the way. Rah! But you see right here, there's all kinds of like dust and debris that fell out. So I'll take a moment and use my vacuum cleaner to get rid of that. Keep the workspace clean. See? Try not to vacuum up any of the screws or nuts or small pieces. Or especially the bits from my magic screwdriver. So now my workspace is a little cleaner. Makes it a much more pleasant environment for me. And that's all I'm worried about. Now, this one comes out as you see here. So I would say if I was in the chandelier repair business, I would want, at the very least, a multi-screwdriver with a variety of different blades. I would want some ratcheting wrenches. Now this is like probably 1/2 inch, but I've seen these chandeliers with like 14mm or 9/16 inch, depending I guess where it's made. Probably want some adjustable wrenches just to be safe. You know, adjustable wrenches will strip nuts, but as long as you use a good, high-quality adjustable wrench, like you don't want to go in, you know, the light bulb aisle at your supermarket, and they'll have like a little adjustable wrench there for a couple of bucks. Don't get that one. It's terrible. Get a good one. Go to Sears. Get Craftsman, or go to your Snap-on truck. Because really, this wrench that I have, I paid $1 for this at a garage sale, but I will use this wrench until I'm dead, you know? One day I'll be dead, they'll have an estate sale at my house, and somebody will buy this wrench for $1, or €1, or whatever, you know, one corporate life credit, or whatever they're charging at that point in the future. Whereas if I bought some cheap, crappy wrench, then nobody would ever want it because it would be garbage. So get some decent tools. If I was stripping this thing down just for scrap metal, then I would want wire cutters to get rid of the wire. Of course, wire itself is scrap metal. But you got to separate wire, brass, steel. This doesn't have a lot of steel in it, but some of these things do have a lot of steel, so you want to separate out the steel. Now, that's what we got. Now, on one hand, it could be argued that the person who bought this chandelier has their hands full reassembling it, and that I've just caused them an enormous amount of work. It could also be argued that to ship this stuff right here is going to be a lot faster and easier and safer than shipping that whole chandelier, because this will all fit in one box and I can wrap it and bubble wrap it, and then they can have fun either selling parts or, you know, putting it back together, a little jigsaw puzzle. And I had an enormous amount of fun taking this apart. So that is how to disassemble a chandelier and turn it into a pile of parts. Let's zoom in a little teeny weeny bit. And you can see the different tools that I used. Craftsman multi-screwdriver. Craftsman big screwdriver. Snap-on little screwdriver. That's SSD2. Pair of channel lock pliers that I kind of didn't really need. But they were alright. Craftsman little adjustable wrench, channel lock, bigger adjustable wrench. And you can go buy those tools and take one of these things apart today.